Hello, this is Lauren, and we're reporting from Reggae Jam. They're celebrating their 20th anniversary. And with us today, we have Lady Soul. What an honor to actually be sitting next to you. Sawubona, Lady Soul.
Sobala.
Unjani.
Unjani too. Lapila.
Nyampila. Now I'm saying Nyampila. Well, you've heard it from Lady Soul, and I would now deem you a Zulu queen representing. Well, Lady Soul, seeing your performance on stage, felt every single bone quiver. You know, it was wonderful seeing you on stage. How were you feeling the vibe after your performance?
Well, after was good. It's always good after. You know, when I first came out, I never rehearsed with the band, so I spoke to them today, and Sam said he got everything together. I'm like, okay. Wonder if anything gonna slip up, but so, so I started off smooth first, and then we just dropped some hardcore, and it was great. The response was great. I was just, when I started, cool, they're like watching, like, oh, but normally she's aggressive. They must be thinking, normally she's hard on stage and aggressive. I'm like, don't worry, I'm coming, I'm getting there, So it was great, a great feeling, between and when, after and when I started out, yeah.
Well, the name Lady Soul, how was that name actually bestowed onto you?
The name Lady Soul bestowed onto me because I was a tenor saw singer. Like, tenor saw was a great singer. He passed away now. But when I first saw him and heard him singing, I was fascinated by this man's sound and his voice. So I started singing like him, and people started calling me Female Saw, Sister Saw. Then they stopped at Lady Saw. Then they're calling me Mama Saw, meaning you're the mother of all the other women in the dancehall business. But that's how I got the name.
Well, in regard to your career this far, you're in an industry that is so male dominated. What has been the highlight, and what have the challenges been?
Well, the highlight in my career was when I did a song with No Doubt, Gwen Stefani, and we won a Grammy with that one on the Rocksteady album that was produced by Sly and Robbie. That one was my main highlight. My challenges was never with the men, it's more with the girls. When I first started out, I was always I hang with the boys. Never had problems with the boys. Maybe the male will tell you, you sexy, you fine, I'd like to get with you, and you say, well, I'm here for the work. It's music and nothing else. We're brothers. But when I start opening up my art and give my friendship to females, it end up backfiring on me. I think females come with a lot of jealousy. When you're at the top, they'll try anything to bring you down. So that's where my challenges come. Not really a challenge, but I would do without the bickering and without the mix-up and the arguing and the lying and the trying to bring each other down. That part I would do without. So, challenge? Not really.
Well, sisters need to unite at some point, I say. But yeah, you're right at the top. So there's no real game that you're challenged in. Well, in regard to you being around the world, what is your take on repatriation, and when will we be seeing you back in Africa?
Oh, Lord.
Because dancehall has grown.
But I've never been there. Every time when they ask me to come to Africa, and I used to hear about this injection. I was always scared from I was a little girl to take injections. So some artists be like, your butt is going to be so swollen. And I'm like, I'm not taking none, But then a lot of people call for shows, but I'd like to know what promoter I'm going there for. So normally I do a background check, and I'll ask Sharon Burke in Jamaica, since she's used to, sending artists over there to check who are these people, and if I don't know you, I'm not coming. I need to go to reputable people. So that's when I'll come. Repatriation now, it's freedom, It's being free and being able to speak and say whatever. Freedom of speech and all of that's, I think, involved in that word, And just free to be yourself, Free to be a people, free to have your own mind. That's it for me.
Well, being a Jamaican artist as well, do you believe that Jamaicans themselves actually realize what an impact that they have on the world, the rest of the world?
Jamaican artists, for instance, they're powerful. Reggae is powerful, you know. Dancehall is getting there. I wish we could unite more in dancehall, you know, because we won Grammys for dancehall music, but we need to work on uniting, you know. But yes, we know we reach a lot of people around the world. Powerful, powerful. Recently, I was listening to some Bob Marley songs, and I was saying to my DJ, "Yo, drop the bass." You know, say Bob Marley was thinking way beyond his years. You know, like when he was this age, he was thinking of now. And he was telling me that some of these songs were written by other people, but whoever wrote them, along with him writing, they were powerful songs, and they're songs that we can relate to now. Yes. You know, yeah. Mm-hmm. Music, reggae.
Well, in terms of, you know, what's going on in the rest of the world, Africa has its problems. And there's a song that you actually dedicated to all the ladies out there who do not have children. I'm one of them, and you really touched on subjects that I can relate to, personal issues. What actually inspired the song itself?
Well, it's titled No Less Than a Woman / Infertility. I had a lot of miscarriages, maybe 5. I used to go to America and see doctors, like IVF doctors and so on. And I remember getting pregnant like maybe 4 or 5 times. And after like 8.5 weeks or 4 weeks, I lose them. But surprisingly, not even surprisingly, there were other females, fellow females who used to use that to put me down. Oh, she can't, in Jamaica, them say she can't breed. She's a mule. She's whatever, you know. So a lot of women were shocked people were shocked on the whole that she touched that topic. It's so personal. But I remember when I had a miscarriage, I was in New York and I did my blood work, and the doctor said, "I'm sorry, Miss Hall, but there's no longer a heartbeat." And I'm like, oh, do I face these people in Jamaica again? I mean, artists, females in the business who should understand about that sensitive, you know, topic. So I start penning it. I start writing like I'm answering, like I know they're like, oh, she can't. So I'm like, not having a child don't make me any less than a woman. And then I start thinking about other women, you know, who, oh, you crying? No, don't make me cry. You know why?
Because I can personally relate to your situation. I've miscarried too on 3 occasions, so I know what it's like.
But you know something?
And that's why I was so touched by you.
But surprisingly, men cry too. Yeah. I remember going to Australia and performing the song, and a wife and a husband came to the back and was waiting on me, and they end up sitting down and telling me about their struggle to have. And I was on a plane sitting up in business class, and a man came and he sat next to me and started telling me his struggle. And he was blaming the doctor, saying the doctor went in his balls to take the sperm out, and he should have, you know, do something to pump me up. But I don't think he did he was blaming the doctor. But we always blame somebody. But, you know, sometimes we don't know what God's plan is. I was even thinking of putting my eggs in my niece to carry them for me, you know? And I'm like, oh, Lord, why was I here? Like why my mom had me? I think maybe God had a plan for me to take care of other people, because I end up taking care of a lot of kids. And right. So, and they're very close to me. And I got goddaughters. I got God kids. I wasn't even in the church. People just say, you know, I have a goddaughter. Your goddaughter misses you. I don't even know my goddaughter, but they give them to me. You know, so when you can love other children, you know, sometimes we don't know. Because my doctors check and they're like, your womb is perfect. Your ovaries is perfect. You got great eggs. But what happened? I'm like, is it stress or what? I don't know, but you know what? We just be happy, you know, live and laugh, just, you know, enjoy life. And I know, like in Jamaica, when I see like a school get a break, they give them recess. I'm like, all these children and none in mine. You cry sometimes. And you're like, God, I pray so much for these children and I'm not getting none, you know? But I'm not God. I have a lot of nieces and nephews and, adopted and yeah. So some people have kids and wish they never did. Maybe we have a badass kid too. Like if we had some children, maybe a few of them so bad we can't be. You ever hear some mother like, boy, I should have locked my legs on you when I was giving birth to you. So we may never know. And I have a friend. She have a little girl, but she was born retarded. And when I was trying, she was my manager at the time. She said, Marion, don't worry about it. Look at me, my daughter. She's 17 and she's still a baby. And I still have to feed her and clean her. So you may never know. I remember my dad saw me taking my injections because I used to be afraid of injection and I started injecting myself. And he's like, if it's not happening, leave it alone. I'm like, if he wasn't my dad, I would have tell him, shut up, But just live, enjoy life and enjoy other children, Just love them and, yeah, God bless you. Yeah, I know.
And what will we be expecting from Lady Soul in future?
In future, expect the album, The Alter Ego. I did a very nice, sexy photo shoot in New York for both sides. The sexy innocent, like just smiling, and then the badass one, like yeah. So that album is coming out, and it's a great album. Just waiting to get some files together to mix some of them. Mavado just went on it too with another hit. It's like Heels On, but this one is called Hoping. My DJ always say, you're not pronouncing the word, you say hoping. I'm like, hoping, Laying in my private villa, body fresh like lavender and vanilla, anxiously waiting on some fella. My hope said a boy a bedroom killer. But like the hook say, I'm hoping that tonight is the night, and I'm hoping, yeah, say you give me what I like, and I'm hoping, yeah, to ride on your bike and other things. You've been promising a whole lot of things, a bright future, big rocks in my ring, Kama Sutra, in my cabin tonight, me want you sweat me out like me day at gym, La Perla panties, Coco Chanel, kiss me pa me, and tell me how me smell. You remind me of some sweet caramel. Me know you have money about my body now sell. So that's the one Movado went in and he's like, mad mom, I love it. I'ma kill it, So I'm rapping on there. Gospel is on there. Soca is on there. Reggae is on there. Dancehall is on there. It's just a mix of everything. Yeah, so look out for that one coming soon. Yeah, I should have bring some little CD like pictures, but I didn't get them in time. Yeah.
Well, on a more personal note, what is it that you're doing in your spare time? What would you call a day in heaven?
I'm boring. You can believe that? Every time I tell people I'm boring, they say, no, I stay home. I cook a lot. I have 2 kitchens in my house because I love cooking. And I love to I clean the house in the night. And I cuss when they mess it up. And I'm like, yo, I can't wait to live alone. You mess up everything. I like doing that. I love dogs. So I have a lot of dogs. Me and them always talking. Love birds. I have birds. One of my birds, he bark like a dog. Because he hear the dog barking and he's acting like he's a dog too. That's what I do. I clean. I like doing things, throwing stuff in the pool. Get it clean and the pool man say you throwing too much stuff in there. I like homely things. I like buying a lot of pretty like white sheets. I like white sheets and that's all I want to sleep on. But I love to as soon as I buy them, it's time to put them on the bed. I say I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, so I'm sleeping on them. Like if I love shoes. Love clothes, so I buy them, I wear them. I never have nothing new because I wear them. I don't wait till tomorrow or somebody come ask me for them, So I'm boring. I don't go out unless somebody pull me out. I work and I go straight to the hotel. And that's it. I don't know. I love shopping, love cleaning the house, love staying home. I will be home for weeks if I'm not going anywhere, but I love to travel. That's it. If I'm home and too long, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta travel. Yeah. That's it.
the rest of the world, explore. And what message of inspiration would you have to those young ladies out there, inspired just, for them for their souls to be lifted? My soul's already been lifted today. And, there are lots of other struggles out there. What message of inspiration would you have for young ladies in Africa?
Okay. I'll tell the young ladies in Africa and around the world to love yourself, know your worth. We were just talking about some songs that are being released in Jamaica by some young male artists. And what they're saying and telling women to do, so disgusting. It's like gross. I'm X-rated, but if you ask me for, girl, I want you to come ride, then it's okay. But when you're gonna tell me to do certain things, that's not good. So just remember your worth, and never allow anyone to, put you down and you being less than who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. And if you're young and in school, focus on your books. Yeah, and whatever your dreams are, just keep dreaming. You'll get there. Because I was a big dreamer. I always say, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be a big star, and I'm going to buy a house for my mom. That was my dream, and I accomplished all of them, as a little country girl in the bush, Yeah, I used to pretend like I'm driving a car by getting like a piece of hose, cut the both ends and put a stick in it and just have it like a steering, pretending like I'm driving, I'm stopping by my friend's house. And it's now a reality. It's a dream. Yeah.
Well, ladies, so we would like to thank you for affording us the opportunity to interview you. We look forward to actually seeing you in Africa.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So all the promoters out there, Lady Soul needs reputable people to be in touch with her. Let that be marked. And we wish you all the best, on your future endeavors, and may God bless.
Yes, and you. Same to you. No, we have a connection. Yeah.
You've really touched a very deep place in my heart.
Yes, thank you so much.
And thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yes.
This is African Life, and we're out. Peace.